Well, I suppose my earliest influences were primarily based on what my older siblings were listening to, because they were a few years older than me. I distinctly remember listening to David Bowie's Hunky Dory album sometime in around 1972-ish, so I'd be 6 years old, 5, 6 years old, lying next to the stereogram. Who remembers them? Brilliant album, by the way, well worth listening to if you like a little bit of David Bowie. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, 1973. Seminal moment in my life, because I've listened to it frequently ever since. Brilliant album, you know, an absolute classic and a great influence, really, as a band as much as anything else. So certainly listening to that. My sister was listening to Elton John. She was listening to some she got into a hippie phase, so she was listening to hippie stuff and whatnot. We were listening to stuff that other kids at school weren't listening to, so no one else was, you know, they were watching Top of the Pops, and, you know, you had Sweet, and, you know, Slade, Mud, Shawaddy Waddy, you know, all perfectly, you know, good in its own way, I suppose, for whoever likes that. But I mean, we were just listening, I was just listening to other stuff, and you know, a diet way too rich for a 6 or 7 year old, but certainly one that, you know, influenced me in terms of musical taste thereafter, certainly, yeah. I remember going to high school in 1978, and at that time we just had punk, which really hadn't done anything for me. I was too young for punk. I was only 10-year-old when it came out, so it wasn't really me, and it never has been, to be honest with you. But I do remember, you know, listening to, you know, some of the chart music at the time, the kind of electro pop stuff and new romantic stuff was starting to come out, and all Ultra Fox and, you know, the Stranglers and things like that around, and you know, the Police were getting bigger. You also had bands like Queen still and all the rest of it. I remember in December 79, Pink Floyd releasing The Wall. The Wall's a superb album for a teenager, and particularly one who's got issues, as I did at the time, probably still do have. And that was a great album, but there was lots of quite good stuff around at that time, really, I thought, anyway, compared to what had been kind of from my early childhood in the 70s. We've managed to get rid of Shawaddy Waddy and moved on to some better stuff. The Clash, good stuff, good stuff. I hear people asking questions. What is it all about? Some will stop and ponder, while others will rant and shout. Still more are content to believe what they hear, indifferent to care or unique about fear. But the answer, I'm afraid, seems all too clear. We're chasing after the wind.